Android 17 is dropping this summer, and Google is predicting it's going to be the biggest update yet. Here's a little quick tease of what's going to happen, but I respect your time. First things first is going to be the intelligent aspect of the actual update. Android is evolving from a traditional OS into a AI intelligence system. So now Gemini is going to run as an intelligence underneath the Android itself. And what that means is Gemini can now navigate through apps, through multiple tasks, and help you through those complex things that you need to have throughout your day. Things that include like booking, finding stuff from Gmail, things like that. This is also going to work in the background and give you updates on the progress with any task that you're trying to have. Which in a way, I think Gemini is no longer going to be a chat box. It's actually going to work for you and along with you. Android Auto is getting a complete redesign, and I am honestly very excited about it. Not only this was the major talking point throughout that entire keynote, but I think it's finally going to set the barrier of what's really good for your infotainment system. But the new adaptable display means that Android Auto can fit and look great on different car sizes, whether that is a BMW, Lucid, Chevy, Ford. With this major makeover, you're going to be getting widgets on the home screen now and also offer video playback, and I'll explain that here in a moment. And if your connected phone supports Gemini, you're going to be getting Gemini intelligence in your car. Google is also bringing full HD 60 FPS of video playback within your Android Auto system. Apps like YouTube will be playing in that HD with some spatial audio from Dolby Atmos, but this only works if you are parked and will automatically switch to audio when you start driving, which honestly cuts out that one middleman where you plug into your car and you have a whole bunch of apps listed, which is honestly amazing because sometimes you like to eat in your car on your break or something like that, or if you're on a road trip and you're trying to charge your car, you can simply do that as well. Your car screen is getting what it finally deserves, and that's probably why Google made this an important thing within the keynote. We also got some security upgrades. The new OS verification lets you confirm if your phone is currently running on an official Android build, and a dynamic signal that monitors and detects abusive app behaviors in real time. Apps that like to hide their icons and abuse accessibility permissions, these rules will be pushed onto your phone to better understand the dynamic and have Google protect any new threats that might come along the way. Which, if you do look online, some people are having, worrisome comments about this whole security ordeal, and I get that. But I think Android is getting serious about security in more ways that people don't even figure out. So I kind of want to see what actually goes on in the end game. The Android and iPhone wall is starting to have a lot more cracks, and it's only because of this feature. Now, I didn't feature it onto the channel because I didn't have a supported device, but back then there was an update on an S26 Ultra and S26 series to where you can actually have quick share along with iPhone devices. You just have to enable a certain setting and it will just work. Now it's going to be on a lot of other Android devices to where that gap is completely gone. I honestly think that's a really good idea. Another thing is what I had trouble with when I was switching from Android to Apple and then Apple to Android is that you don't have any saved passwords, you don't have a shared home screen layout. It was just non-existent. Now that has completely changed. I kind of want to test it out whenever we do have another switch. So I'll keep that in mind for the next time. The last thing that we're going to be talking about is the new 3D emojis and the creator tools that they decided to add throughout this update. We are no longer going to be getting a flat look on any emoji. It's going to be kind of like Apple.
I'm just kidding. It's not really like Apple. They obviously put their own little spin to it, and I really do like this whole little redesign, and I feel like a lot more people will do that as well.
We can expect from the creator realm is going to be Adobe Premiere is going to be on mobile, and it's going to have selective templates to separate that from different operating systems. And this is a very big win for anybody that wants to start creating content more on their phone. A stable release is going to be in June of 2026 with Pixels being first and then other Androids to follow. If you do like this type of content and style of video, let me know by hitting that like button and also subscribe if you are new. And if you do want a more detailed look of everything that I just went over, just let me know down in the comment section down below. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.